attempted to stream anything, and this isn't like a full-on stream. This is more of just kind of practicing and kind of... So, okay, I should start a little bit more slowly. About 10, 11 years ago, I did a Let's Play of the original PlayStation Resident Evil, and I posted that to my YouTube channel. Now, oh, what the hell is this? No, I don't care about RE.net. But anyway, I figured, you know, I'm kind of figuring I might, you know, do kind of the same kind of thing with, you know, modern technology and, you know, HD images and stuff for the original Resident Evil here. Now, it's been a while since I played through this. I played the remake again when they re-released it. Let's see, original. Yeah, original, widescreen. And, didn't I just hit new game? See, this is why I gotta practice, because I don't even know how the goddamn menu works. Okay, I'm gonna do this on the medium difficulty. But, I'm gonna play as Chris or Jill. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jill for now because she starts with the gun. I probably won't broadcast all of it, but I plan to kind of make a run through of the full game before I, you know, do my.
Alpha team is flying around the forest zone, situated in north.
Before I do the, you know, Let's Play stream with the jokes and the riffs, and I'm gonna see if I can get my old buddy, the Orange Thief, to, you know, get in on it. To, you know, so we've got that kind of back and forth going again.
There are only 3 members left now: Captain Wesker, Barry, and myself.
We don't know where Chris is.
What is this?
But yeah, for now I'm not gonna bother with the cutscenes or riffing on them because I'm just, you know, this is for the gameplay. This is for, you know, walking through and, you know.
A dining room.
Just trying to remember how all the puzzles go. So... And yes, I do play with the original tank controls. I feel like I'm the only person that doesn't mind tank controls. Like, I mean, for a game with these kind of camera angles where, you know, it's fixed camera,
Jill,
it actually works really well for me because it's like...
I'll be examining this.
You know...
Let's just hope it's not Chris's.
The movement is oriented to the character rather than the camera. I mean, if it was a 3D game, I would prefer 3D movement, but, you know... Essentially, early survival horror is on a flat plane within a 3D space, I think. I'm not really that good at math or physics, but... Yeah, remembering every little control thing. Zombies. It's actually kind of good that I'm able to do this again. For a while, I could not handle gore, just for some personal reasons. It's... I don't want to go into that in detail. It's just, you know, I had a few things happen in my, you know, personal life that I just didn't want to...
Look out! It's a monster!
I didn't want to see that fake or real.
Let me take care of it. What the hell is this thing?
I found Kenneth killed by this thing. Let's report this to Wesker.
It is still stunning, just, I mean, how good this game still looks. I mean, to think that this came out originally for the GameCube in, like, 2001, that's just incredible. I mean, this would have still been good looking during the PS3 generation.
Jill, help me look for him. Let's not leave this hall.
Yeah, it's kind of late for me, and I've got some allergies kicking in. You know, we just had a rain and dust storm out here, so. Alright, let's loop around.
Barry.
Any luck, Jill?
No, nothing. What's going on around here? I can't figure it out.
Same here.
Chris, and now Wesker.
There's not much we can do. We can search for him separately. I'll investigate the dining room again.
Okay, then. I'll try the door on the other side.
I forget which internet personality said. I think it was
Okay.
I think it was Matt McMuscles called this version of Barry Dave Coulier. I don't know why that's so funny to me, but it is.
Thanks. I may need it.
I know this is like improved dialogue from the original, but I do feel like it kind of loses some of the charm that, like, I mean, this can still be corny in places, but it's like, I mean, one of the things I love about the original Resident Evil in particular is just how unapologetically B-movie it is. And I mean, that's something I liked about the series up until about 5, when it became like this serious... I don't want to call 5 serious, because it's got, you know, Chris punching a boulder and, you know, total global saturation or whatever the meme was a few years back. But, yeah. Spooky Graveyard. Which is definitely an improvement from the original game, which didn't have Spooky Graveyard. Honestly, more games should have Spooky Graveyards, regardless of genre. Oh, yeah, I know yawning into the microphone bothers some people. I've also been told chewing and drinking sounds really bothers people, which is why when I'm playing Overwatch and I have my mic on, I always make chewing and... Actually, that's a terrible idea, because the only people that can hear you are your team. I didn't think it through. Uh-oh. That's a tall zombie. Ah, these controls are weird. I should have just run away from him. I should probably go into the controls and adjust things a little. Let's see. Yeah, I know it's really exciting watching me cycle through all these control options. There's none that let me map R1 to aim, which is what the original game had, but, okay, this is... oh, shit. Here I go again. Okay, that's the one I want. Yeah, it always seems anytime I try to stream a game, I either have audio problems or, I don't know. Today I'm having allergy issues. And it's weird because since moving to Arizona, my allergies are not nearly as bad as they were in Georgia. And of course in California, I didn't have any allergy issues at all. But, you know, California is ungodly expensive now. I mean, not that it wasn't while I was there, I just, you know, was, you know, a kid and, you know. Well, that's some bullshit. Let's see what I picked up. That's just a map. Yeah, it's late for me. I've been up since 6 a.m. Which I like my work schedule on the weekend because I get off fairly early and I actually have a little bit of daylight to burn. And on top of that, my gym is still open. So, you know, it's kind of nice so I can actually do stuff after work and don't just have to, you know, come home and collapse in on myself. Not that I don't, about, you know, half the time. It's actually kind of advantageous in okay, so it's advantageous in Resident Evil to not kill the zombies sometimes in the remake here. Oh, can I get away? Can I get... Yes, I got away. Yeah, because most of the time, unless it's a really tight corridor, the zombies are pretty easy to outrun. And if you do take them out, then they turn into Crimson Heads and are harder to kill and a bigger waste of ammo. So it's going to be like that, huh, buddy? I mean, part of the reason I don't stream much and I don't do Let's Plays is it doesn't feel natural to me. I mean, I know a lot of people, you know, are good at talking while they play, but I mean, when I was a kid, it was like, you know, I'm gonna go play video games, I'm gonna be quiet alone. I'm not gonna, you know, be, you know, really, I don't want to say garrulous, gregarious, that's the word I'm thinking of. You know, I didn't really like go to arcades or hang out at friends' houses and, you know, play games on the couch much. And I mean, anyone that's, you know, played video games with me next to me on a couch is like, you know, I'll say something now and then I'll be quiet for a while. I'm just, you know, kind of introverted, and, you know, I'm trying to get over that. I don't know if streaming helps. I'm just kind of talking to a void here since I don't... It's not that I don't read... Well, I don't read the chat because there is no chat because nobody's watching this. Nothing against anyone that might be watching this. I just, you know, I don't really bother with it. I don't have any, you know, I don't have any real ambition to, like, you know, stream professionally or anything. I'm just doing this, you know, kind of to goof off. At this point, it's more of a, you know, I don't want to say a tradition. It's just, you know, a callback, a throwback. I don't want to go that way. So I'm going to avoid that zombie for now. Oh, I remember when I first played this back on the GameCube, I walked in this door and I stared at the screen for like 5 seconds because I was waiting for a cutscene to start. That says everything about how good the graphics were for the time. Alright, found a magazine. And found some cilantro. I mean, people have been making the, oh, the Resident Evil herbs are weed jokes for like 30 years, and I mean, I'm guilty of it myself, but I mean, that's a dead joke by now. And I mean, yeah, we thought it was hilarious when we were in middle school, but come on. Just from a tension cinematic standpoint, I love this room. Oh yeah, and a pro tip, in you know, in these Resident Evil games, it's always best to change your reload your gun outside of actual combat. Just go into the menu. The arrowhead is made from peridot, sometimes referred to as poor man's emerald. So it's the, like, green fool's gold. I mean, pyrite is alright by me. So I think what I gotta do is take that arrowhead and put it in the tomb outside, and then that'll let me into the creepy coffin basement. Yeah, I've played this game a few times, can you tell? I actually really miss this style of survival horror with the cinematic camera angles and the you know, actual atmosphere instead of just, you know, things jumping out at you. And I mean, Resident Evil is on the low end of the atmospheric survival horror games, but this one in particular did a really good job with it. But like the Resident Evil 2 remake just did nothing for me. It's one of those cases where it's a fine game, it's just not what I want out of a Resident Evil game. It just felt, I don't know, so generic to me. Let's say Riding in the Next World. It's titled Book of Curses. Not what the cover says. Four masks. A mask that speaks no evil. A mask that smells no evil. A mask that sees no evil. A mask that cannot speak, smell, or see evil. When all four fall into place, evil will awaken. Yeah, I might do some funny voices for the files. I hope nobody minds. It's just a way to entertain myself, I guess. Not right now. That's another thing about these older survival horror games. Sometimes it pays to not pick up the ammo at the time. Just keep the inventory space because I don't have the shotgun yet, and it's not going to do me any good for a little while. I know this game, the remake, has difficulty levels, but as far as the original is concerned, I would say Jill is the easy mode. Because, I mean, she has more item spaces. She starts with a gun, Chris doesn't. Her getting the shotgun, I think, is much easier. Oh, and she can pick locks, too. That's the big one. Okay, which key do I have? That's another thing. You can identify your keys. You don't necessarily need to, but I always like to. This one's the sword key. Makes me think of the Red Letter Media Resident Evil movie review, where at the very end, Mike is like doing this like socially awkward nerd voice, and he's talking about I like the part where she has the sword. I like the part where Mila Jovovich uses the sword. Ooh, too fast for you. Okay, armor keys down there. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have gone this way. Oh! Looks like the Burger King I worked at. Fridge? No. That's the one thing that's hard to get used to. There's no, in the very the first 3 or 4 Resident Evils, R1 is the readies your weapon. So having to use R2 is a bit odd. Jill, you clumsy idiot. Ah, there we go. Yeah, I will say that being able to just, you know, record dialogue and stream it is, oh my god, so much easier than the way I had to do it in, I'm gonna say back in the old days when I was, you know, really, you know, actually trying to, like, get noticed on YouTube, you know, among the many millions of other people that, you know, attempted to have a gaming channel in the wake of AVGN. I mean, Let's Plays were the way I did it, at least, which was I recorded my gameplay footage and my dialogue in separate programs, and then I tried to sync them up as best I could in iMovie. Terrible way to do it. Terrible way to do it, but, you know, I was using what I had. That's one for the annals of internet history, I guess. That totally freaked me out the first time I played this because I was so familiar with the original game, where the dogs just plow right through the windows, and okay, where do I need to go? There's a plant killer out here, which I don't think I need right away. But, and there is a dog. If I wasn't running this through my headphones, my dog would be going nuts right now because she would hear the. Oh boy! Better just run for it. Use that to free up a little space. Now, I remember when my friend showed me this when I was probably 13. This is like one of the most nauseating things I had ever seen in a game. And now it just seems so tame. I mean, even within the Resident Evil series itself. I mean, the sound had a lot to do with it. The sound design is really good in these games. It is not as good as the Silent Hill game's sound design, which is, you know, magnificent, but it's still very good. And I feel like the Resident Evil Remake in particular was kind of a prestige production for Capcom. Like, they were just throwing everything into this because it was like, you know, they're renewing this kind of relationship with Nintendo at the time. Which I guess didn't pan out that well. I think they got, what is it? Piano 3 and, you know, Beautiful Joe and a couple of Resident Evil exclusives, at the time exclusives. For a while, I know the only way to play this game was either on GameCube, or the only way to play this was either on, or, okay, the only way to play this and Resident Evil 0 was on the GameCube, or on the Wii if you had that version, which was just the same game with, you know, upgraded controls. Okay, shotgun. Yeah, Jill gets saved by Barry here, so she gets the shotgun earlier than Chris, but, and because Chris has to actually get the broken shotgun and swap them out.
Oh God, what did I do now? Wesker! Barry! Help!
Jill! You in there?
Aren't you glad Dave Coulier is right there?
Jammed.
Stand back!
That's a brand new sentence.
Grab my hand!
See, if this was made in 2010, the grab my hand thing would have been a QuickTime event. Today, I'm not so sure. Which isn't to say QuickTime events are necessarily a bad thing. I've been playing Asura's Wrath, which does a good job with them.
That was a close
also
one.
been playing
second
Fist
late,
of the North
you would have
Star,
fit nicely into a
Lost
sandwich.
Paradise, which
Really?
has QuickTime
Thanks.
events, and they're fine. I mean, it's
But
basically
Barry,
a
didn't
Yakuza
you say
game
you were
in
going
all
back to
but
the dining room
name.
to find other clues? I'm glad and all.
I mean,
but
as far as
why
the
are you
gameplay
here?
goes, I mean, as far as story goes,
I
it is
just had
100%
something I wanted
Fist of the
to
North
check.
Star.
Anyway, we should get back to searching for Wesker and Chris.
Thanks, Barry. I owe you one.
Don't mention it.
But I already did mention it. Ah, crap. Oh yeah, I have a shotgun now. Well, first kill of the game was a headshot. So that's something to be proud of. And I know there's an item box in that room down there. And I believe that's in, that's both in this and the original game. Some of the mansion layout is changed, but much of it is, if not identical, pretty close to it. Okay, what do I want to put away? Don't need the combat knife. Put away the plant chemical for now. Ooh, free ammo. Right, now gonna go into the menu and combine some things. Special instructions for the disposal of dead bodies. We have new information regarding these beings. They appear to be dead, but in fact are able to come back to life. However, there are ways to prevent them from becoming active again. Currently, there are two known methods to cease their resurrection. Number 1, incineration. Number 2, destruction of the head. If further methods are discovered, you will be notified immediately. Meanwhile, to those of you who still have the will to live, oil has been placed on the first floor of the mansion. Take as much as you need. You'll need something to light it with, which you'll need to find by yourself. Ah, don't you love those human resources emails? Yeah, I think the Crimson Heads are an example of, adding a little twist, a new mechanic to a game that actually really worked well. I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't include those in any further Resident Evil games, because I mean, this is, I thought, the, canonical telling of the game's story. And yet, it's not in, I don't think they're in the Resident Evil 2 remake. I know they're in, I haven't played the Resident Evil 3 remake. I just haven't bothered. Okay, armor key. There was a time, like right before Resident Evil 4 came out, that I had played this version of the game so much that I could pretty much speedrun it, which isn't something I can do for a lot of games. So there's still a pretty good mental map of the game in my head, I think. Okay, I'll get that after I get the lighter. Oh, by which I mean right now. I really wish, I mean, it was originally made by Infogrames, but Alone in the Dark, I wish whoever currently owns that would have given Alone in the Dark this kind of treatment with the, really nice graphics and mildly updated gameplay. Okay, I don't need the ink ribbon right now. And I'll say it, this is one of the few games with multiple endings where I have, I think, seen all the endings. And it really isn't that hard to get them. I mean, you can, I believe, just have a save at a certain point, and if you make a couple of different decisions, like within the last hour of the game, you get, a different ending. It's not like Silent Hill where you have to, do some really obscure thing to get like the alien ending, or you know, look at a knife 30 times or whatever. Yeah, Resident Evil has always been fun, but it's the less complicated brother of Silent Hill, as I would put it. Which isn't a bad thing. I mean, it's enjoyable for, you know, probably a much broader audience. I mean, some people, you know, there are people out there that, you know, will be, oh, it's popular and therefore it must suck. That, which is ridiculous. There's stuff that's popular that does suck, that, you know, people will try to justify with, well, it made X amount of money, or it sold this many tickets, so it must be good, which isn't a good way to think. But, you know, just because something is popular does not mean it's a bad thing at all. Okay, I think I need to get one more item to get the map. Yeah, I think you have to, like, get a roll of parchment. Maybe. Oh, stupid Chad. You already got the map. That's what happens when I get talking. I just, you know, stop paying attention momentarily. And the thing is, for its time, this game would not have looked nearly as good if it had been full 3D. I mean, all these backgrounds are pre-rendered, which is, you know, one of the ways they're able to, you know, give it so much detail and all that. You know, I can't remember if Capcom put any Mega Man games out on the GameCube. I want to say they did.
Good news?
I know they had the
Other than
Legacy
it's still
Collection,
alive in
but
this madhouse?
excuse me.
No.
Can't say it's much safer here.
But that's not a
We better
that's not really an
secure our
original
escape route
game.
First, there's got to be a back door somewhere.
All right then. Let's
And was
split
it
up
called
again.
the Legacy
Hey, hold on
Collection?
a
I
second.
owned it, but
Look what
I
I
don't
found.
remember.
What?
A can of fizz. It's sure to yellow and mellow those things. It's yours.
Can of
Hopefully
Fizz.
you won't have to use it.
What about you?
Oh, don't worry. I like the buddy system we have here.
I see. Thanks. I'll take it.
See you later.
Ciao.
Okay, let's see where else I can use that key. I think if I open that door, it'll just let a dog in. I don't remember what it is that sets the birds off here. I feel like it's like you run the wrong way or something. I think I'm gonna... That's a great sound effect. Yeah, when I first played this game, this little puzzle gave me quite a bit of trouble. And back then, I only had dial-up internet, which I was unable to use if anyone was using the phone, and, you know, at most I, you know, could get on for like 15 minutes at a time before, you know, the connection either dropped out or someone else needed to, you know, use the phone. Yeah, we didn't get DSL until like 2004. And like pretty much, I would say 100% of my time on the internet then was just on game FAQs, you know, looking up, you know, whatever game I was playing at the time. And there was a there's a document on game FAQs. It may still be up there. I'm sure it is. Like the Resident Evil plot synopsis. I rarely actually read the plot synopsis part, but there was some like theories and stuff that was just wild. Like 1959 vice presidential candidate Adlai Stevenson is Nemesis. What was that? I'm half remembering this, so it's either going to be more or less funny than I remember it, but it's like, what was it? Wesker is a super stealth tyrant. I'm sure there was something with ninjas in there. Crap, where am I supposed to go? But yeah, I mean, that's what this practice run is for, so I can, you know, not fail horribly when I, you know, do the full thing, you know, with someone talking to me the whole time. But yeah, if you run backwards through this hallway as opposed to just running, you know, straight from the art room to the hallway, yeah, those dogs will jump through the windows. Is that the bathroom I've already been in? Yep. I'm actually ending up playing this a lot longer than I was expecting to. I was just gonna, you know, do a little short thing, and it's like, I'm having fun. It's hard not to. I mean, this is a classic. you can't say that for a lot of games, that both the original and the remake are classics. You certainly cannot say that for a lot of movies. You might be able to say it for The Thing and Scarface. Oh no. Damn it, where do I use the other sword key? Or where's the other door for the sword key, I should ask. Yeah, I guess my mental map of this game is not as good as I remember it being. But I think I am gonna, save my game and call it a night. I am starting to get kind of sleepy. And I've got to work in the morning, get up at 6 a.m. So I better, find me a save point, just call it. Alright, put that away since I won't get the grenade launcher for a while. Grab my ink ribbons, and time to save the game. Alright, so wherever you are, whatever you're doing, have a good night, have a good day. I'm out. Peace.